Hello. How's everybody going? How's everybody doing? I decided today to start something new, and I just downloaded the Earth Element Oracle reading. And now I'm going to do the water element reading, and this is for Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And what I did was I took my Oracle deck and I separated it. I took the major arcanas and I took the water and I put them all together and I did a shuffle, and the ones that came out, the magical ones, the ones we need to read, is the ones I got. And then I did a clarifier with the tarot. So this is for the water elements. So water elements, how's your flow? Let's see. Got some good cards. The first card that came out was the Major Arcana, Emotions. What's going on? Water, when you're not flowing, you get emotional. So I'm feeling that somebody's not flowing right. They've got some emotion going on. She has the dragon coming out of the sword, her protection. She's got her protection. She's got her walls up right now. She's got her heart over here, and she's got her dangling on the sword. And this one is her double. This is what the emotional card is she's coming out of the emotional. She's in the emotional. She is getting actually bit on the leg by the dragon. She's covering her eyes. She does not want to see. She's very emotional. So let's see what's going on with the water signs and why you're not flowing in this beautiful world. All emotions are necessary. How are you feeling influencing? How are the feelings influencing you? Use your feelings to evaluate a situation. Read the message behind the feeling. Are you a negative or positive person? Do not prejudge the present based on the past. Practice acknowledgement. You're acknowledging your feelings. Fill your day with laughter. Set back and detach emotionally. I have a lot of water signs in my life, and water tend to be very emotional at times. If they're not flowing properly and they don't have the proper flow, their emotions are running wild. Step back and detach emotionally. I always tell people that. Go back, step back, and really look. I'm an emotional observer. I observe everything. I suggest you all step back and observe everything that's going on before you get crazy emotional. Repressing emotion creates dis-ease. Address symptoms of emotional repression. The emotion card is the third of the 8 influences cards and represents the influence that our feelings and emotions have upon our choices and decisions. The positive feeling and emotions that have the most influence upon us are love, joy, gratitude, peace, and serenity, hopefulness, inspiration, amusement, pride, awe, and curiosity. We also feel a range of negative emotions, with the primary example being fear, anger, disgust, jealousy, sadness, regret, loss, and hate. The key message of the emotion card is that feelings and emotions are neither good nor bad. All are necessary, and each and every emotion we experience has both a positive and negative element to its nature. Positive and negative exist in all that influences us, whether it be a single thought, belief, experience, or an emotion. When you hold a simple unmarked magnet in your hand and look at it, can you tell a difference between the negative pole and the positive pole? No, you cannot. In the same way, negative emotions are indistinguishable to positive emotions. Negative is a polar opposite of positive, and like many polar extremes, these do not denote good and bad. They're simply the opposite of each other, and both poles are necessary for us to function in a whole and healthy manner. It's balance. We have to balance those emotion, the positive and negative. We have to balance it out. Without experiencing the waiter emotion, we have come to associate with pain and discomfort. We can become so positive that we become complicit and ignore the danger signals and warning signals all around us. We may become so busy laughing and having fun that we walk right off a cliff because we are not paying attention and didn't see a sense the oncoming danger. It is the emotional response we have after the fall that has us learning and laughing it off or choosing to blame or condemn. Water signs, especially Cancer, well, Cancer, most water signs have this tendency to point a finger. They don't want to take the blame. You're going to have to take the blame sometime. We all have blame. You're not special. You're okay, but water, I know you have to flow and you've got to get your balance on, but you can't blame anybody else for you not flowing. You've got to get your own flow going. We are told the positive emotion open up our focus and inspire us to be curious, to learn and retain information. Negative emotions focus and narrow our attention to ensure we deal with an issue. But feelings of joy can blind us to warning signs, just as anger or fear can blind us to opportunities and experiences that will bring us joy. They say love is blind, and it can make us blind to the many things we should address, but are afraid to, because do so might place our relationship at risk. The emotion card is something you just got to kind of think about and step back and look at the situation, because with the emotion card, we got the illusion card. The moon. The moon, as you can see, the seals are looking at the moon and they're not paying attention to the lobster. So the illusion card comes up when the moon watches you question what you see. Can you see beyond illusion? When doubt and confusion threaten to overwhelm you, a situation or relationship may seem appealing under the romantic light of the moon, but will it stand the test of time? Your intuition may be telling you that everything is not as it seems. An additional meaning of this card is that hidden fears and old memories surface as you work through an emotional block. Give yourself time to work out for the best way forward. Your intuition holds the answers. Pay attention to its message through feelings and dreams rather than rely on logical approach to the problem. This is telling me that there's some water signs out there that have some major emotions going on, and there's some illusion going on that they're not paying attention to. Step back and look at the situation. Take a deep breath and realize that there's always a good outcome, but sometimes you have to go through the bad too. The next card to come out was the Five of Water, and the 5 is change, and I call this the praying woman or the meditating woman or man. You know, she's a woman, so I call her a woman, but this is someone that is feeling alone and isolated, without hope, confused by fear and doubts, unable to see a way forward, trapped in the moment, feeling angry and betrayed, mourn your loss, playing the victim. My advice to the water signs right now is go listen to the Oracle report message that I did today, and go watch The Dark Night of the Soul that I did. It's not very long. I think that some of us, some water signs right now are having a real hard time, and they need to look at their dark night of the soul, and they need to release some past trauma. Past trauma can be very damaging in all of our lives. The 5 of Water represents feelings of fear, doubt, and hopelessness that can cloud our minds and hearts and give rise to confusion, misunderstanding, and anger. These emotions are often born of our own pain and insecurities and can cloud our abilities to see the love that surrounds us. All too often, when we experience a moment and get hurt or lost, we can feel alone, as if no one could possibly understand the depths of anguish we are feeling. Whether it be the end of a marriage or friendship, the death of a loved one, or a battle with mental illness, we can sometimes find ourselves weighed down by pain and suffering and blind to the beauty and love that surrounds us. Loss of any kind causes us to experience a range of emotions, including sadness, fear, confusion, guilt, regret, anger, and betrayal. Sometimes we can even experience a complete absence of emotion. To think of the future serves only to add to the burden of sorrow because all hope seems gone. The Five of Water is a challenging card because it is not one that offers any real comfort. Loss is something we all experience, and we have all already vulnerable and sensitive to the hurt then can be overwhelming. The death of loved ones, the loss of friends, being betrayed by someone we trusted and loved. There are no words of comfort that will lessen the pain we feel. The Five of Water symbolizes we need to allow ourselves to work through your grief and to take as much time as you need. Allow the emotions to flow and flow along with them, but not to the extent that they threaten to overwhelm you or have you lashing out at others. You need to remember that you have people around you who love you. Look up. While you may feel alone, you are not. There are people around you who have also experienced loss. They know, they understand. Allow them to be there for you in your time of need. Water signs have a habit of going into limbo. They have a habit of they're loners. A lot of times they are loners. Not always, but a lot of times. And even if they're loners in their own emotional uh, problems. So it's time to kind of step back and realize that we all have emotions, water signs, and we all go through that. The next card that I pulled out was the King of Pentacles, the trust card, and that goes with the praying woman, the Five of Water. What this is telling you is the king reveals a man who is ambitious, trustworthy, a protect and proactive. When he commits to a project or relationship, he is loyal to the last. He can be powerful business owner or leader. He has hands-on attitude as the you card in a reading. It represents generosity and love. What you gain, you share with the people who are important to you. Advice, protect what is yours while helping those on their way up the ladder. Enjoy the rewards that success. Something's going on with some water signs. They need to step back because there's some illusional stuff going on. They might be writing scenarios into the whole situation, and they need to trust their self, and they need to, deal with the emotions that they're going through. Everybody has emotions, and it's really hard when you get into that emotional state. The next card that I pulled was the Two of Water. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. And this card, I mean, they're surrounded by bubbles and water, and they're just intertwined. They're going beyond infiltration and attraction. Intimacy, sharing, giving, and communication. Time to forgive and seek reconciliation. Somebody's having a hard time forgetting here. Somebody's going through a loss, and somebody is really fighting back the emotions. A meeting of the minds and hearts. Put aside judgment and blame. Cherish all your loves. Maintain independence and avoid codependency. Avoid taking sides. The Two of Water represents a relationship that has moved beyond infatuation and physical attraction to one that is built upon a foundation of deeper mutual love, respect, trust, and share. And you got the trust card. There's some trust issues going on. And someone's been meditating and praying on this situation because they're very emotional and they know that there is something illusion that's the moon, it's drawing them away from what they need to really be thinking of. And this is tying it in to the trust and the sharing interest and the values. It symbolizes a meeting of the minds that is free of the desire to possess or control. This relationship is a unification of two hearts and minds, not with the purpose of becoming whole or to complete each other, but with the intent to share, to enrich, and to enhance each other's lives. This is a time of giving, sharing, and communication. A relationship is founded on intimacy, to share your thoughts, feelings, goals, and fears with the one you love, to be intimate, to hold them, to listen, and to show interest is to be intimate. To show affection by reaching out to stroke their cheek or hold their hand is to be intimate. The two hearts ultimately symbolize intimacy within a relationship. It also represents a time to forgive and reconciliation. If a rift has developed between lovers or friends, now is the time to let go of hurt and anger. Put aside judgment and blame. Do not allow arrogance, wounded pride, or ego to destroy a relationship where you can take responsibility for your own choice and actions within the relationship, and be mindful of how they have impacted and influenced the relationship. This reminds us of an importance of retaining our independence, lest the relationship become one of codependence. And I have this feeling that somebody became codependent on a relationship. I'm just having some issues with this because I am seeing this first card that you received, water signs. I'm seeing that someone is very brokenhearted. Someone is reaching out, praying and meditating, and reaching out for some answers in the illusion that's going on. And they have to trust. They have to build the trust back within, because there is a relationship, whether it's lovers, friends, family, some kind of a relationship that needs the understanding and not the ego. Because the card that I pulled for the Lovers card was the Page of Pentacles, the opportunity. And the Page of Pentacles brings good news about finance, work, and education. While the page does not represent this money alone, he brings you hope. That your wish will be granted. An additional meaning of the page is that a pending job offer, or if you're trying to sell property or move, that this will happen soon, provided you pay attention to the paperwork. Advice: look out for offers regarding property and work. There's good opportunity on the horizon, but be diligent. Check out all the contracts carefully. That could be you're changing. Somebody might be. I'm feeling that somebody's going through a lot of change. They're going through some emotional baggage. They're trying to trust. They've got some relationships, and they've got some opportunities going on where they might be changing homes, changing relationships, changing jobs, whatever it may be in your life, water signs. You need to step back and you need to pay attention, because there's illusion going on. Well, water signs, I think the element readings are working out really good. I did the earth reading a few minutes ago and it's downloading, and I did the water signs, and now I'm going to do the fire signs. Pay attention to your moon and your ascending, rising, because those could conflict with, just you've got your sun sign and you need to go on to the other signs that might correlate with what you're going through and give you some direction. Well, that was a beautiful reading. And I just want to say that I love you all, and may every step in your journey be magical. And guess what? Be you.